Here's a Blue Marvel custom I was working on. Even with the flaws, I have a little paint rub, little issues. I haven't seen a better one. This thing came together crazy. I used a few different figures to make this happen. One being the base Blue Marvel figure. An astonishing Cyclops is the torso, and I used Valaverse for the legs. This figure had a few different iterations throughout the time that I was working on it, because originally I was going to use an astonishing Cyclops body, but I didn't like the legs. Something with the legs and the boots just wasn't working for me. I didn't prep this at all, like in anticipation for making this. I just like flew through it. Mainly because I had this sitting for a long time. This was sitting on my desk for like 4 months. Threw the arms from the regular Blue Marvel figure on the astonishing Cyclops body. A little mod I did. And then I threw these Valaverse legs on the astonishing Cyclops torso with some super glue. Once it came together, it came together. I really love when I do customs and everything just works out. The vest is also from the Blue Marvel figure. I did fumble a little bit on the logo. You can see, it was funny too, because when I painted it, it was even. But when I put this vest on, it was uneven. I don't know if the vest is uneven. You can see it's kind of high over there. I'm not even going to redo it. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You can see I got overspray in there. It's not perfect. If what I'm doing is going to be covered up, you can guarantee that whatever I do under that is going to be messy. I don't even care. I made this figure to play with it, to pose it. I did not make it to stand on the shelf and look nice. I know that's how some people customize. That's just not what I do. And if you do that, that's fine. You can do whatever you want in this hobby. You don't have to stick to any rules or any guidelines. Even if somebody gives you advice, just do what the fuck you want to do. Like, it's your shit. Do what you want. That's what I do. People have, you know, their own ways of doing things, and tips and tricks are great, but if you figure out a better way, go with that. For these hips, so the Valaverse legs are the socket's too big for the Marvel Legends stuff. I just put a bunch of super glue on it until the peg was the right size. I put the super glue on, then I put glue accelerator on top of it. This makes the glue hard. It dries clear, not like foggy like you see sometimes. Put some of that on there. I tested it out the whole way, so it's not too big, it's not too tight. Get you some glue accelerator. This can be found at Hobby Lobby for like, I think it's like $6, but you get a pretty good bottle. This is just a separator I put it in, so I have a fine tip. The thing is a spray bottle. I didn't want to deal with all of that. The paintwork is the paintwork. I did it on the torso. I told you there was paint rub, there's paint rub, but that's fine. These Valaverse legs, they give the look straight out the comic. That's why I went with these looks. They got the pouch, they got the baggy look. The boots are spot on too. The original boots this figure came with, the base Blue Marvel figure, just, I don't know what it was about those boots. They just did not work. The astonishing Cyclops boots didn't work. These are perfect. These legs are literally perfect. I glued the belt on too. I did have to mix up a custom blue just to paint the lower part. Blue Marvel's costume was like dark blue at the top. This blue, this is even a different blue. I just noticed that right now. Wow. But there's a different blue on the suit. There's a dark blue for the arms and like the neck area, and then from the chest down, it's like this blue. So I had to mix up a custom blue for that. But overall, even with the stuff that's wrong with it, I still like this figure a lot. This is like one of my favorite customs. People always ask me about that. Like, what's your favorite custom? It's this one, and then it's this one. These two are probably my favorite customs that I've ever made. This is Isaiah Bradley. Articulation remains the same. His head will go up that far. You see I masked it, but you don't see it. You don't see that white. He'll look down that far, and he will look left and right. Arms go up that high. Same articulation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The wrist will go up and down. It'll swivel. Since I didn't have to paint this, I didn't have to worry about paint rub. Torso will crunch forward. It'll still crunch back. You still get the swivel. It's kind of loose. I probably should have tightened that up before I finished, but I didn't. The hips will go up that far. Double jointed knee. How far will that bend? It'll bend about that far, which is cool. He won't kick his own ass, but it'll do that. You do get a thigh swivel in there and also a boot swivel. Ankles go down that far, up that far, and ankle rocker. Size comparisons, I think he's a little taller than the standard Blue Marvel figure. Here he is next to Avalanche. Here he is next to Isaiah Bradley. And then here he is next to Captain America. I really like how this custom came out. I think I did a pretty good job. I do want to go in and touch up some paint, but that's a me thing. I think it came out great. I had a lot of fun making it once the pieces came together. I was frustrated a little bit in the beginning because it just wasn't working out. But once I got the Valaverse legs and I put them on his body, it was perfect. It was honestly like the best it's gonna be. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'm out.